What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP/TOS dollar. We're also going to be looking at the current coin market cap and DueDEX. So in today's video specifically, I want to talk about a couple of things. Hopefully everyone had a great Easter Sunday. That was the only reason why I couldn't make a video yesterday. I was extremely busy. Otherwise, I am back today, and I do have a bunch of things to go over. As you guys know, we're starting to see a small correction within the cryptocurrency market. You can see that on Bitcoin and some of the other cryptos, we are starting to retest not only the bottom here, but it looks at some point like we were headed actually below our bottom support. And this is a huge signal that we do need to consider and reconsider certain plays and investments. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. This way it helps the YouTube algorithm. And follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can message me on there and I will gladly answer them. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. As you guys can clearly see right here, we are still doing the $200 Bitcoin giveaway. Very easy, very simple to enter. There is a link in the description down below. All you have to do is enter it. There are 18 days left, and clearly a lot of people have taken advantage of this because you got to be in it to win it. It's free to enter. It is a $200 Bitcoin giveaway, so definitely make sure to check that out. Otherwise, to jump into today's episode. So 2 days ago, we left off with this major uptrend, ascending triangle, or just an uptrend with a top resistance that was forming right now. And we were discussing the fact that we should all be ready in anticipation for this to finally complete itself and then give us a decision as to whether or not it wants to be breaking bullish or bearish. And that's where I want to leave off, because as you guys can see, we're looking at Bitcoin on its daily. And over the course of today, we've had some very interesting movements that I would like to go over with you guys. So clearly, as you guys can see, it looks like we are retesting the uptrend right now. And if we made this video 2 hours ago, we would have seen that we actually broke below it. And we were wicking down below this area, and it looked like we broke bearish and fell below the uptrend. And obviously, as I've discussed in previous videos, if we break this white uptrend, there's a very good chance we'll head even lower. Potentially $6,090, if not all the way down to $5,400. These are two areas that we have to pay close attention to. But here's the odd thing. We actually consolidated back up, and we really need to focus. As we know, we have a little over 6 hours left in today's candle. So as the time nears and as we get closer to closing, we'll know for sure that if we end up closing below the uptrend, good chance we'll probably short this crypto all the way down. So if you're considering buying in to short the market just yet, I'd wait just a little bit longer. I do have everything uploaded on Patreon, so I highly recommend you check out my Patreon, which is also linked in the description. This way you guys know basically when I will be buying into Bitcoin, when I'm going to be shorting, leveraging, buying long, things of that nature. And huge shout out for everybody who's already part of the Patreon group. Now, to discuss a couple of other things. So obviously, when you look at this, we could consider that we could drop. But that's why I wanted to talk about DueDEX. Because as we know, DueDEX is what we use to short and buy long and leverage trade our Bitcoin and crypto, specifically the Bitcoin. Now, what I do want to focus on is in the fact that you guys can clearly see not only are we hitting the resistance, and that's why we kind of tumbled lower, but we're currently battling this support level. You can see back when we had the triple bottom, we broke bullish, but you can see we've had dips in the past. We've had wicks and sometimes even candles close below the support. And it looks like we're starting to battle this right now as we see the downtrend is getting very close to this price level right now, and we're starting to see a bunch of resistance. Now, if we can break above the resistance and hold today's candle above this support, good chance we'll pop out of it and we'll see another uptrend form. If we can't, there's a good chance we're going to short this and fall lower, but we have to wait for today's candle to close to reassure ourselves that we're going to be heading lower, because if we do break down below the $6,800 support, then there's a good chance we're going to fall down to $6,200 to $5,500 in that region. So with that being said, we have to pay very close attention as to when we buy in. And like I said before, we have to wait for this candle to close out. We need the 6.5 hours to finish, and then we'll reevaluate the market. So that's what we're waiting for. If today's candle closes below the uptrend and today's candle closes below this support, then we know there's a good chance we're going to fall lower. Now, I do want to discuss some of the other cryptos. I know we just did Bitcoin, but you guys can see on XRP and the other cryptos, Here's my reason that we may actually be headed up still. You can see that on the uptrend that was formed on XRP, we actually are still in an uptrend. And as you can see at the current coin market cap, as this loads in, even though we're down about 4 to 5%, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin are all for the most part in sync. So it gives us a better understanding and a better judgment as to what the market is doing when all the cryptos are pretty much neck and neck with each other and following the same uptrend and downtrends. So we could see that with this uptrend, very similar to Bitcoin's uptrend, but XRP gives us a little more judgment. You can see for the most part, we're actually really not that bad off. We're still above our support. You can see we've still retested the uptrend. We're still above here. And if we can, once again, and this is why it's important to wait for the candle to close, we'll know that it's an okay time to buy in, expecting it to rise up maybe to 20 cents, or we would buy in expecting it to fall down to 15 cents if we know that we can close today's candle below our uptrend. Obviously, there's still room for consolidation. We're trading at 50 on the RSI, so it's really a hit or miss as to which direction we go. As you can see, there's some sort of bearish cross forming on the MACD here, which could be a signal for a downtrend. But like I said, we have to wait the 6.5 hours to finish before we get that final judgment as to whether or not we're going to be breaking bearish from the uptrend or breaking bullish and either consolidating and finishing and completing the rest of the triangle or breaking out of that. But honestly, we do have to just, I wouldn't advise anyone to be buying in right now or setting positions, because I don't want you guys to have your limit order fulfill if we pump fake and hit it and then head upwards. It doesn't make sense to do that. So I would really suggest waiting for this clock to run out and then reevaluating that market position. Now you can see when we look at Ethereum, like it shows more of a bullish thing than anything. We clearly have our uptrend, we clearly have our resistance, and you can see we're literally just following the uptrend. Yes, bearish cross is forming on the MACD, but we're trading at 50 on the RSI. Once again, either direction is easy to do, but the thing is we're getting rejected from the uptrend. The uptrend is pushing us higher, it is holding its ground, and it looks like it wants the coin to move up. So that's why today's candle and letting today's candle close will really figure out and help us figure out where the heck the coins are going, where the heck the coins are moving. Because if you look at this, it doesn't look that bad. It looks like it wants to just finish completing it. Maybe some more consolidation and then eventually head up. And then we'll see maybe that bottom, or then maybe we'll see the break to the upside. But we can't pass the judgment now, and there's no point as a conservative trader to be buying into the market when you are not sure. It doesn't make sense. There are plenty of opportunities when we are sure, like the last one, we figured it out. We knew that we would be breaking bullish or bearish, and we set our limit and short orders accordingly, and when the bullish order fulfilled, we profited off of this and sold at the middle moving average. And we're probably going to do the same thing for this coin, so we're going to wait. We'll set a limit order when the candle closes to buy in for a short down to support at 125, or buy in potentially expecting it to hit 173. But honestly, I would more so focus on this as a short potential. I wouldn't risk, it's a high risk trade to wait for it to consolidate up to 175. So I wouldn't even, it's a very small window, definitely something to do for those high risk traders, but I would stay away for the conservative traders right now. That's what I would personally do. So I would only short this coin following the end of today's candle, or I would just let it consolidate out, and then we'll make money off the bigger move as that comes closer. Now, lastly, to wrap up today's video with Litecoin, this is why we don't want to just look at one coin, because obviously if you look at Litecoin's chart, you would clearly say, okay, well, we're breaking bearish, time for us to fall. And that's very true. It definitely could be that Litecoin is going to be doing that. But when you see that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP all are showing us still within the uptrend, it tells us otherwise that Bitcoin's probably not going to be breaking just yet, unless, Litecoin is foreshadowing the consolidation, then we know that there's going to be a short position opening up very soon. But otherwise, that's why we don't just like to chart one coin. That's basically the message I'm trying to tell you guys, is look at all the cryptos, pass judgment on all of them, get that analysis of all the cryptos, then figure out what that best move is, because most of the time they all act in sync and they all follow each other. That's why you got to be patient, you got to wait. If this closes below here, and so do all the other cryptos, we'll know that there's a short opportunity coming. Otherwise, we may easily consolidate right back upwards into the uptrend and head up even higher with Litecoin. That's why things are really up in the air, and you really have to pay close attention. But that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I will be more consistent. I mean, I really only missed one video, but it was a holiday, so it's not too bad. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely make sure to follow me and message me on Twitter. Definitely take part in the giveaway, guys. We have like a little over 2 weeks left, so definitely make sure to check it out. And follow me on YouTube, subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.